Welcome to Mount Panorama, site of tonight's Fort Worth Screen Putting GT-3 Challenge race. As you see, cars headed out for their qualifying efforts as the track just went green 30 seconds ago. Of course, it'll take these drivers a good bit to get around the track on their warm-up lap, so times will take some time to come in. And several drivers peeling out of the pit lane, heading up onto the mountain. Go up and over. Scott doesn't win, he's the fakest Aussie ever. Well, hopefully he'll put on a show today. Thank you. Check my Mountain Dew. So I can have some energy for this. Now Badger has brought me something new, a 7-Up Tropical. I have no idea what to expect out of this. Maybe it's like Tropical Sprite. I'm always up for new sodas. Smells good. Tastes a lot better than Wet Dog Jelly Bean. A whole lot better. It's actually really good. I'm a fan. Put it on record. I'm a fan of 7-Up Tropical. It's pretty great. No aftertaste. We're back to chocolate milk again. I miss the strawberry milk car. Chocolate milk's not as fun. When chocolate milk tastes better than strawberry milk, I'll die on that hill. But strawberry milk car is more fun than the chocolate milk car. It's just the way it is. A little contact there. It's going to make Scott's lap not count. Probably be unpleased. Displeased. The camera controls are working here. I'll watch the drivers on their time laps. Let's see, Andy Neckrich in the 06. That's a Skir Squad Ferrari behind them. Qualifying 7 minutes in. Nobody's been able to make a lap all the way around on a timer yet. Big track takes a while, so I'll be giving 10 minutes for quality instead of 5 in this series. Regan Carty, McLaren. Been on a tear in this series. Has, I think, 4 or 5 wins. Absolutely blistering. We're on week 9. So about half the race has gone Regan's way. Lots of cars on their time lap now. Lots of them. John Garrett is one. Zach Mitchell, Garrett Warren, Andy Neckrich, Isaac Bildo, Jacob Peterson, Blake Jackson, Matthew Koo, Andrew Jordan, Diego Iturbe, Regan Carty, Cleo Wood, Ian Montrose, Marcus Hackman, John Neckrich, Colin Teague. Colin's back on the pit lane. Nathan Lafayette, Jake Medioder, Scott Rankin. Scott challenged himself to run a Lamborghini to see if he could do it. I wonder if he's regretting that decision. He's not a fan of this car. Brad Wilson about to start his first time lap, finishing his warm-up. Really use our map in here. I'm going to try to pull that up. Give me a second while we have a thing pop over our window. We'll have to move that. And then we'll go over there. We'll get our things popped up here. Move this over there. And we'll have to move it out of the way of the overlays. Drag it over a little bit. And we should be good. I can't use the turn one. A little more. There you go. Now we gotta track that for the race. I've checked that. All set up and ready to roll. Some of the qualifying laps are finally coming in. And Diego Iturbe on pole in the 88. Regan Carty second. Very close. Less than a tenth between the two. Andrew Jordan currently 3rd. Macus in the 4th spot. Makiku is 5th. Blake Jackson 6th. Garrett Warren currently 7th. Scott Rankin in the Lamborghini currently 8th. I bet he is really lamenting choosing this car at week 1. John Garrett is 9th. In the Mercedes, Jacob Peterson. McLaren currently 11th. Now Nathan Lafayette jumping above in 10th. Thank you for the follow, Paul. Appreciate it. Welcome on in. Welcome to the Swiss Army officially. There's Ian Montrose in 12th. Cleo Wood currently 13th. Good sized field here. We love the Bathurst, the mountain. Mountain is a draw. We have 24 cars. Pretty nice. Watch Cleo go up in the mountain. I'm trying to deal with dinner at the same time. So everybody's still fastest. Where's Regan? Regan just across the line. Did he get better that lap? He did not. Must have caught some traffic. Regan Carty slower that lap. So we got our check maps. We can see who's where. From Scott back to the line. Thank you. Scott's lap significantly slower. He'll stay 9th. Blake Jackson, Snail moves up 3 spots with a good lap. Jumps up to 4th in the 69 BMW. Davis Greenwell, last season's winner, goes up to P12. Nice effort there out of Greenwell. Up here, one of last year's challengers, Harry Grindell, not here this week. Maybe he's given up on the season here. Definitely had a rough start to the season. I don't blame him too much. Where he was in contention to win this one last season when a wreck happened going up over the hill. Dropped out of Skyline and had a collision, and that's how Davis Greenwell ended up getting the win.
I'll pull over as soon as I can.
That was Cleo on the pit lane. Checking on Regan. You see Garrett Warren letting the Acura through. And here comes Regan. Down through the chase. Off the hill corner, completing their lap there. Diego still top of the charts. There's Diego. He's currently on his 4th lap. Sitting at 206.188. So it did slightly improve his lap time. Andy Nickrich goes 13th as we have 18 cars with a lap in officially. 24 cars here. Davis Greenwell moves up 2 spots in that last lap from 12th to 10th. And that lap's not going to count. Goes wide in hell corner. Right now it's looking all sunshine and rainbows for the 88. Now this 88 car had a collision with Regan Carty at the start of last week's race, and that is part of why Diego Iturbe won that race. We'll see if they have skirmish again, as they'll be starting 1-2 it looks like, in case unless we get any last minute heaters here. Andrew Jordan, the Acura there, currently in 3rd. Blake Jackson 4th. Zach Mitchell in 5th. Macus sitting 6th on the pit lane. Scott Rankin's gotten that Lamborghini up to 7th. Oh, he clicks the wall there, and that's going to be into his lap. Scott will not improve. Here's Matthew. Who's coming to the line? We got Diego. Bets for a pileup in the Dipper in lap 1? High. Very high. Just before the Dippers, where we had a big wreck last season at this track. Diego will stay in first. Let's see where Regan is. Regan crosses the line, does not beat Diego, stays second. Just a handful of cars left. Scott Rankin, one of them. We saw him clip the wall, so this lap probably not going to count. Cross the shot for Rankin, and indeed it does not count. It was slower anyway. Blake Jackson picks up a little bit of time there. Stays fourth though, does not improve his position. Davis Greenwell going to the pit lane. So who that is on track going by him. Looks like someone way down the order. Even Daniel Llewellyn. See David Thompson still out on track. He's heading towards the chase. And that's qualifying. Just abruptly ends. Don't get to make your way back. That is going to be it. Diego Iturbe is your pole sitter. Let's see if we can have a quick chat with Diego while the field gets out onto the racetrack. Remember, Diego is ESL, so it could take a little bit of time on the interview, but that's okay. We got patience, don't we? Bring in Diego. Diego, DG, you copy?
Hello.
There he is. Hi, Diego. It's DG. How we doing?
I'm fine. I did probably one of the best laps of my entire life, so I'm feeling good.
Sounds good. Congrats on the pole here. How do you feel about
Thank you.
trying to hold off Regan for 30 minutes?
I will try again to hold, Regan behind me. We remind that on Monza we tried to do that and we finished like that. Regan spinning you a netcode. But we will see now this race. Hopefully the netcode not strikes again.
All right. Well, good luck today, and hopefully we'll be talking to you at the end of the race.
Thank you.
And get you back down your team. There you go. And let's run through the starting lineup presented by our friends at the Wanagoons. It's a short little start here, so we got to go fast. Diego Iturbe, Skir Squad BMW in first. Regan Carty, Skir Squad McLaren in second. Andrew Jordan, Skir Squad Acura in third. Blake Jackson, Skir Squad BMW in fourth. Zach Mitchell in the Ferrari Skir Squad rolls off in the fifth spot. Macus would line up sixth. Don't see him on track. Scott Rankin has a Wanagoons Lamborghini starting at seventh. Oh, there's Macus. Matthew Koo in the 33 BMW starts in the 8th spot. Garrett Warren in the America Acura starts in the 9th spot. Davis Greenwell, the low drag Mercedes in 10th. Jacob Peterson, Skir Squad McLaren in 11th. Sean Garrett will be in the Fort Worth screen printing Mercedes in 12th, but he has disappeared. Brad Wilson, he'll start his McLaren in the 13th spot. Nathan Lafayette has the 00 McLaren starting in 14th. Andy Neckrich in the 06 Porsche starts in 15th. Colin Teague, the 51 Mercedes in 16th. Ian Montrose has the number 1 McLaren starting in 17th. David Thompson, Skir Squad 36 machine McLaren starts in 18th. Have Davis interrupting us as usual. Cleo Wood will start 19th, but we can't see her for some reason. That's awkward. Mediocre start 20th. There's Cleo. Just cut out on us. Mediocre starts 20th in the chocolate milk car. John Neckrich has the 6 Porsche starting in 21st. Isaac Bildo, the 26 BMW in 22nd. Mark Sherman starts 23rd in the Cookie Monster machine, and Daniel Llewellyn has the low drag Corvette starting 24th. The 24 car is set to do battle. We're going to launch him into Hell's Corner. Should be fun. A lot of Skir Squad at the front of the field. And there goes Diego. As soon as he got around that corner, he took off. That is actually not good, but we'll see. Regan Carty in second. Andrew Jackson in third. Blake Jackson in fourth. Andrew Jordan trying to take that spot away. Gets up into the third spot. Zach Mitchell Scourge Squad goes top 6. Scott Rankin in 7th. We got a battle up towards the front. It is Regan Carty, Diego Iturbe. Diego has the inside line. Regan's on the outside. Into the quarry they go. And Regan around the outside takes the race lead. Power move by the number 7. Probably still not happy about Monza last week. Takes over the race lead. And BMW, Acura, BMW. It's like John Garrett started from the pit lane. And he is out on track as you see him going double wide. Coming up the hill. Oh, contacts. Colin T gets into the wall. This is going to be not a good place for a wreck coming up the hill. That's very blind. Cars are going to have to navigate their way around. See Nathan Lafayette is in there. Lafayette drops down to 23rd. A lot of cars picked up a little damage there. Lafayette receives a meatball, unfortunately for him, and has taken a tow. A little earlier than expected, yes. And back down the mountain now. Through Elbow and back down onto Conrad Straight. Regan Carty, no problems right now. Was able to take the lead. Going into Quarry, and now we have Scourge Squad top 6. That's crazy. David Turbe, Andrew Jordan, Blake Jackson, Macus, Zach Mitchell in the top 6 cars. Scott Rankin trying to hold off Matthew Koo with the BMW. And Garrett Warren in 9th. Brad Wilson off the track there in 10th in the McLaren. Going to get passed by Jacob Peterson. And you have Brad Wilson in 11th. Davis Greenwell riding in 12th. Colin Teague after the crash. Still making his way around in 13th. He's going to come to the pit lane. Looks like there's something amiss with that Mercedes. He is a little off track there. He'll come down and get a fast repair, I would assume. Colin Teague to the pit lane. Mediocre going to get by. See if someone else. I think David Thompson. Yeah, he's got nose damage from that collision up at the top of the hill. John Garrett starting the pit lane. He's probably happy about that decision as he passes those cars that were collected there. Colin Teague, David Thompson. Cleo had to come down, unfortunate for the boss lady. Lafayette had to take the tow, so he's still sitting there with the long tow time here. Well, thanks, Swanee Goons, for our starting lineup. I had to go really fast through that. Sorry about that. Lap count. Whoa, that is not accurate at all. Let's move this for you. And switch it to that. Oh man, there's too many things. There we go. 2 billion laps in the mountain would be terrifying. 30-minute timed event. Regan Carty, Diego Iturbe, Andrew Jordan, Blake Jackson, Marcus Hagman, Zach Mitchell. Here comes the Lamborghini of Scott Rankin. Matthew Koo in the BMW 8th spot. Garrett Ward accurate in 9th. And Jacob Peterson, McLaren in the top 10. Catches a little bit of the wall there, but only just. Last season's winner, Davis Greenwell, 11th right now. Looks like we have an issue on a couple of cars. It was the 6th car limping around. He's got heavy damage. John Neckrich must have had a bit of an issue. He's doing okay there behind McLaren. McLaren goes up and over the edge going into Skyline, and oh my goodness. There's damage as a result. Knocks the front end off, and the suspension is a miss on that orange and white Porsche. He had to take the tow. Brutal. Brutal for John Neckrich. Well, we got the field kind of single file for a moment. Let's go back and see if we can see what happened in that big event that was up on the top of the hill on lap 1. I believe we want to track down the 00. Lafayette, he is back out on track now. So we can jump back, see what happened to him. Going back 30 seconds at a time. Backwards, only go back a little bit. He's going into the corner with Davis Greenwell, or not Davis Greenwell, the other Mercedes. That is Colin Teague. This camera angle is going to be the best. I make contact going into the corner, and then you can't see anything. There we go. Back it up. Here we go. Good camera. Make a little contact coming into the corner, and the pink Mercedes gets the left rear of the McLaren, turns them at the top of the hill. Fortunately, not more cars involved in that. There were a few getting bumper tagged, but everyone's safe and sound. I report Colin Teague may have had an issue. Mediocre's on the pit lane, kind of cockeyed. Mediocre was the one at the top of Skyline that got into that other machine. Let's check in on Colin. Oh, there. Spins it. And Murray's corner. He's right behind Daniel Llewellyn, and around he goes. I think he made just the slightest of contact, and it upset the cars handling a little bit. And Colin taking the spin there, but back underway. Regan and Diego still only 3/10 separate Andrew Jordan. About 6/10 back from Diego. There's your top three. Racing down the Conrad Straight. Blake Jackson and Macus. Zach Mitchell as they still hold on to a Skir Squad top six. Very strong showing so far. Scott Rankin through the chase. Scott, the first non-Skir Squad member in 7th. Got a little battle ahead. Like Mitchell and Hagman going at it. And oh my gosh, please don't make it 3 wide, Scott. He thought about it. Zach Mitchell going to jump ahead of Macus. Scott going to try to take advantage and also move up into the top 6. And they go down pit straight and into Hell's Corner. That was so much fun for... Is that serious for the lap that you had, or is it sarcasm for the rest of the race you don't get to have? Rankin able to get ahead in the Lamborghini, but now the BMW, that straight line speed, going to try to go around the outside into Quarry. I don't know if there's contact. Definitely Mac is getting out wide. Doesn't show contact on my list, but that means it wasn't hard contact. But it does drop Macus down to 9th. Matthew Q up to 7th now. Garrett Warren moves into 8th. Macus drops to 9th. Jacob Peterson 10th. I'm guessing Macus wouldn't make a mistake like that if there wasn't like a little bit of netcode or something. Uh-oh. I got an issue on the other race. I have to fix right now, so give me a sec. Move that over. Move down to league sessions. I'm sorry, y'all. Gotta fix things. We'll watch Skir Squad for a minute. Yeah, I'm working on it, Lucas. Working. I'm working. I'm working. Move this up 30 minutes. Have to hit edit. Oh, going for a move. Diego on Regan. Into the chase. Not quite able to get there. Definitely gave it a shot out of Conrad into the chase. Could not get alongside our race leader. This is set for the rock town. Save. Alright. I think Trenton just saved the day. Someone saved the day. Yeah, Trenton. Thanks, Lucas. Thanks, Trenton. Alright. Back to the racing action. Oh, Andrew Jordan now side by side with Diego. Diego had gave a lunge for the lead, didn't get it, and now loses second. Andrew Jordan in the Acura pounces on the BMW to go up through the cut. Did not expect the Acura to have that much pace. He's moved into second, trying to chase down that McLaren out in front. Nice race for Andrew Jordan so far. Blake Jackson running in 4th spot. Zach Mitchell is 5th. Scott Rankin 6th. Scott, a native. Native Aussie running 6th right now. Garrett Warren in 7th. Teammates to Scott Rankin. Jacob Peterson in 8th. Macus still in 9th. Davis Greenwell's moved to the top 10. He's now 11th. And you have Brad Wilson that has taken over the 11th spot from Davis Greenwell as Davis moved up. Matthew Q is now 12th as he has fallen out of the top 10. Andy Neckridge is 13th. Ian Mastro is 14th. Isaac Bilodeau in 15th. John Garrett 16th after the pit lane start. And a lot of the cars behind him have been to the pit lane. David Thompson, Colin Teague. Llewellyn has stayed clean. Cleo's been to the pit lane, as has Mark Sherman, Jake Mediocre, and Nathan Lafayette. John Neckridge, first car out of the race. He'll finish 24th tonight in the 6 car. Get our splits back up. I like to disappear every once in a while. So 10 minutes gone. Regan Carty is your leader. Andrew Jordan's moved up to second. Diego Turbe, your top 3, all pretty close in proximity. 2 seconds back from them. It's Blake Jackson in the BMW. Across the line, we have an estimated 15 laps, so about 5 laps every 10 minutes. Regan heading off down the mountain straight towards Quarry. Starting to put a little gap over Andrew Jordan. 6/10 now the gap. I think Diego burned up the tires a little bit trying to stay up there. Gave all kinds of pressure to Regan. Good to see Regan have to work for it. Like Jackson riding in that 4 spot, kind of all by himself. Yeah, Zach Mitchell, and we got a battle for 9th. It's Davis Greenwell attacking Jacob Peterson. Greenwell on the Merc sliding it out of Corey. Goodness gracious. Into the cutting we go. I know these are a bunch of park names. I just don't know which one's which, so I don't try for this part. Sorry. Once I get the skyline, then I'm like, hey, it's skyline. Something park, something park, something's park, skyline. There we go. Into skyline we go. Gap's kind of spread out between these two, but Andrew Jordan is closing in on the race leader. Was 6/10 back, dropped to 3/10. The Acura kind of strong over the mountain. Through Conrad straight back to the chase we go. Welcome to the Skur Challenge. If they want to sponsor it next season, they're more than welcome to. Skur Squad GT-3 Challenge sounds kind of awesome, actually. Through Murray's onto the pit straight, and man, the pressure is on. Andrew Jordan all over the back bumper. Regan heading to Hell's Corner. Will he try to dart out to the left and make the move? He will not. Stays in line. Will get a tow on the mountain straight. Battle for the lead. Regan Carty probably wondering what the hell. He won like 4 or 5 straight races with no pressure at all. Monza had a little bit of a door bang and dropped out of the lead there. Finished second. And now Andrew Jordan giving him all he can handle. Fort Worth Screen Printing GT3 Challenge. Back to the cutting they go. Regan sliding the back into that McLaren into the corner. Could be advantage on exit for the Acura, but nowhere really go. Narrow area. Not a lot of passing opportunity. Just an opportunity to try and force him into a mistake. Right against that wall. Man, could barely fit a ream of paper in there. That was wild. Brave. Definitely more brave than I am through here. Acura gets the skyline much quicker. A little tag on the wall on entry. Fortunately didn't upset the car too much. Down through the dipper. There we go. Drop through Forest Elbow. Oh, tagged the wall. Did the Acura coming out of the elbow. Hopefully didn't destroy the car too bad. Don't see any visible damage. Might have gotten away with that one. We'll have to regroup because we're about halfway through the race. Into the chase they go. Kind of chill right now. See what else we got going on. Brad Wilson trying to track down Jacob Peterson. That would be for 10th as Davis has moved up to 9th. Isaac and Ian Montrose. Isaac flashing the lights at Ian, probably pissing him off. John Kiert right behind him in 16th. John started from the pit lane, having himself a nice drive. Ian moves off to the side. Covers the left side, knowing that is going to be the tighter part, but he gets in the grass, and that's not a good place to start braking, so he moves over and Isaac gets through, moves up to 14th. Not missing much up front. They're still about 3/10 apart. Hi, Neo. How are you, friends? Session should be up for those of you getting into the Golden Eagle Syrup Super Speedway Series after this. Give it a quick check here. And indeed it is pending. Now it's up. Golden Eagle session is up. Those of you waiting for that. Legacy Xfinity cars. Watch this battle for the lead while we go make sure everyone knows that the session's up for that. Brr. Closest he's been since tagging the wall. See if Andrew can put the pressure on once again and try to put a move on here. Definitely making Regan earn it this week at least. All right, everyone is taken care of over there. Multi-class league would really be crazy, but it's hard to get enough cars to do that. We might be able to if the Scourge Squad sticks around. It's very fun. There'd be a lot of more angry drivers. We had a multi-class one to start with. We ran this, and I think it was LMP2, GT-3 and LMP2. But like, both series just kind of disintegrated by the end. GTP with cold tires with PP entertainment? Probably. That would be wild. That would be wild. I'm glad you guys are giving me something to talk about while this is very spread out and not a lot going on. Thank you. So we have Nathan Lafayette and Mediocre for 21st. Sherman and Cleo for 19th. And the Murrays they go. Cleo gets a bit wide coming out. Sherman going to go for the move into Hell's Corner down the pit straight. Fake Daniel Gray is 6th. And Sherman gets through for 19th, so we got to see a pass on track. That's fun. John Garrett chasing down Ian Montrose. Go through Skyline. John Garrett trying to break the draft there. Pretty funny. But he gets through to 15th and down the Conrad straight he goes. Mack is putting on pressure here. This is for 7th. Garrett Warren and Marcus Hagman. Hi, Scott. You're now the middleman. Andrew Jordan maintaining about a half second. Oh, what has happened? Right as I was coming to check on that, they have caught a lap car. And they have switched around. Andrew Jordan has gotten by Regan Carty. Diego Turbe there as well. Let's see how that transpired. Oh, the 7 Regan Carty got wide in the cutting. Andrew Jordan there to take advantage. A heads up move by Andrew to get it through there. Mediocre gets out of the way of our lead trio. Andrew Jordan snaked the lead away from Regan Carty through the cutting as Regan made a rare mistake, got out wide, and loses the lead with 10 minutes to go. Andrew Jordan, that was quite impressive. Diego Iturbe smacking the wall coming out of the elbow in the 88. Cost him some straightaway speed there. Macca still stuck behind Garrett Warren. Scott Rankin just kind of all by himself, as is Mitchell. As is Blake. Just kind of chilling. There's a lap car of Jake Mediocre ahead. Mediocre the only car on one lap down at the moment. Lafayette would be the next if leaders catch him. Lafayette heading into Murray's, and there is our race leader coming up over the hill behind him. Andrew Jordan now. Can Regan force Jordan to make a mistake and take it right back? We saw the 7 very quick into Quarry and make the pass around the outside. Take the race lead. I think the 26 car maybe hobbled a bit. Let's see what happened to him. Oh, smacks the wall, slides the ass around. Gets it back under control though. Carries on. Mack is still putting pressure on Regan, heading into his favorite passing zone from the earlier battle. It's quite a lot of speed off the mountain straight into Quarry, but he is not close enough to make a move. Cody. Eight minutes to go. Mackus, closest he's been to this Acura. He's going to put it up the inside, heading towards the cutting. Blake Morin going to give plenty of room, and Mackus will complete the pass, move up to 7th. Nice move there for Marcus. The Skirt Squad 1, 2, 3. And then also 4th and 5th. Scott Rankin breaks up the party in 6th, and more Skirt Squad in 7th. Garrett Warren, man, hot on the tail of that BMW. My goodness. Into Skyline we go. Through the S's. And through the Dipper. Whee. Yep. 7 minutes till Super Speedways. Regan Carty has fallen back off of Andrew Jordan. Just had an issue last lap somewhere along the way. Lost quite a bit of time. They've made their way past Lafayette. Could have that been the issue? It was kind of far back to begin with, so no. Regan Carty must have made another mistake. 1.1 seconds back of Andrew Jordan. Jordan pulling away, and Diego Iturbe resuming the battle that has been going on between the 7 and 88 all season long. But now it's for second. Uncharted territory for these two. Normally they're battling for the win. Andrew Jordan in the Acura leads. You got Acura, McLaren, BMW, another BMW, Ferrari, Lamborghini, BMW, Acura, and Mercedes, your top 9. McLaren rounding out your top 10. Daniel Wallen has retired from the race. We're down to 22 cars. Mediocre and Lafayette off the lead lap, 21st and 22nd. Looks like David Thompson may have just vanished. He's back. Had a little bit of connection issue. He's still out there. Garrett Warren still putting the pressure on Mekis, but that is our closest battle right now as Diego Iturbe has fallen away from Regan McCarty. Made a mistake somewhere along the way. And has lost touch with the 7. Jacob Peterson, Davis Greenwell. Greenwell able to get by Peterson, so Peterson also must have made a mistake here. He's tracking back down Davis Greenwell. Davis probably had a little bit of a bobble. On through Skyline. Looks so cool to watch him pop over that corner. That shot too, super cool. Round the elbow, back out we go on Conrad. It's kind of our only battle going on right now. though. Someone is catching Colin Teague. And then Isaac had a bit of an issue. Through the chase we go. Looking for any kind of battles. Just desperate for a battle. Garrett Warren's fallen off of Macus. Scott Rankin not quite close enough to Mitchell up ahead. And here's your top three. They're spread out now. Not a lot of contesting going on. This is our only hope at the moment. 4 minutes to go. Battle for ninth. Davis Greenwell. Jacob Peterson. '26 car seems to be struggling a little bit. Lost 9 seconds going over the hill. See if we can see 26's issues. Oh, there we go. Coming out of the elbow, just smacks the hell out of the wall. Ungood for that car. Even this battle's starting to get spread out. Davis is starting to pull away again from Peterson. Go through the cut. 3 minutes to go as we race up and over the mountain for a half hour. Leader Andrew Jordan having a superb drive. 2 seconds back. Regan Diego in a third. Blake Jackson fourth, and Zach Mitchell. Scott, the first non-Scur squad, in the 6th spot. Garrett Warren 8th, Davis Greenwell 9th. Check in on our leaders out of Murray's, so on the pit straight. We will start lap number 14. They are running sub 2 minute laps, or sub 2 minute 30 laps, so they should be able to make it back around and start lap 15. So we should have this lap and one more. Brown goes Jordan. Oh! Is that just my imagination, or did he tag the wall a little bit there going through Quarry? Could have just been the shadows made it look like it, but definitely seemed like he got a little wall. He definitely got wall there. Andrew Jordan making some mistakes as the race leader, bouncing off a couple walls. He had over a 2 second lead. Regan Carty trying to chase him down. Through all the parks. Into Skyline. We're just going to call them all together the Parks. Macus and Garrett back together. Davis and Peterson still around each other. Neckrich and Garrett battle for 13th. We got a few battles popping up here late in the run. Regan going to have to hold off of Diego. Diego's tracking him back down as Regan made another mistake. Found Regan's nemesis is the mountain a little bit. Bounced it off the fence a few times. Here's your top three and the gaps between them. And we'll go back to, this is the battle for 7th. BMW versus Acura. Also tight battles between this Porsche and Mercedes. German cars going at it. We got a Mercedes and McLaren battle. Mediocre just went off track a little bit and caught a wall. Mediocre has since towed to the pit lane. And we do get a white flag in the air. 1 lap to go as we get across the start finish line before time runs out. So 15 laps will be our total. Last lap for Andrew Jordan to hang on one more time up and over the mountain. Regan, Diego getting close to one another for a battle. Garrett Warren and Macus get the white flag. One more lap for that battle. There is Davis, last season's winner, in 9th. Jacob Peterson, new to the series this season, trying to track him down in 10th. Brad Wilson just kind of chilling. Haven't said his name much today. Matthew Q in on 12th. Andy Neckrich 13th. Got John Garrett trying to track him down. Andy the only Neckrich still left after John crashed out in the 6th. Almost a 3-second lead now for Andrew Jordan, and he is not slowing down. Pedal to the metal in the Acura. Still putting in flyers. Only knows one speed. Cardi having to battle Diego at Turbe, and this has gotten close. It's down to 4/10. Warren and Hagman also close. They head to Skyline. Lots of battles to watch. We get any moves made here. Regan trying to break the draft of Diego Iturbe. See if Diego can make a lunge into chase. Trying to use the slipstream. Get out wide for the chase. Not quite close enough. One more chance at it. Going to be coming into Murray's. Maybe have to be a Hail Mary out of the 88. It's got to run. Can he get it to the inside and get position? Showing the nose. Does not go for it. Your winner, Andrew Jordan, in the 64. Second place to be Regan, holding off Diego. We'll jump back for some of our other battles here. Blake Jackson should bring it home 4th with no issue. Garrett Warren and Mackus, they're kind of spread out heading to Murray's. Warren not quite close enough to make a move here. As Mitchell brings it home 5th. Rankin 6th. Mackus will hold on to 7th coming out of Murray's. Garrett Warren pick up 8th. Davis Greenwell in that 9th spot, trying to hold off Jacob Peterson. Merck wanted to slide the ass a little bit there. You could hear it screaming the tires. Davis Greenwell will pick up 9th. Peterson 10th. Brad Wilson roll it home 11th. Matthew Q out of the chase and heading down to Murray's. Nobody all that close. He'll roll into a 12th place finish. We'll watch Andy and John battle for 13th, and that's kind of spread out. They were closer heading into the chase, but it looks like John Garrett didn't quite get a good exit out of the chase, and Andy Neckrich will hold on for 13th in the Porsche. John Garrett Mercedes will finish 14th. Check in on Ian Montrose. Ian will grab 15th. David Thompson will cross the line after having to take a fast repair. He'll bring it home 16th. Colin Teague making his way into Murray's. Watch the pink Mercedes come around and pick up 17th. Isaac in the 26th. Also had to come to the pit lane during the race to take a fast repair. Isaac will come across in 18th, and Mark Sherman, Cookie Monster, should be our last finisher on the lead lap. Brings it out of Murray's. He will finish 19th. All cars have now finished, except for mediocres on the pit lane and won't get a finish. Andrew Jordan is your winner. Let's see if we can get a chat with our Bathurst winner. Hope he knows the jump side there. I really was worried this is going to try to take the jump and not work. Just destroy the car. Alright. Andrew DG, you got a copy? Hello.
Hello.
There you are. Well, you put on a hell of a move there to get past Regan for the lead there. How was it out there?
Oh, it was fun. I mean, feels quite surreal coming in first. But going past Regan Cardi, I thought that was almost the race finish for me if he came back down.
Yeah, it could have been bad. Unfortunately, he stayed out wide and you were there. Didn't try to slam the door in you in the cut, and you were able to hang on to the race win here. How does it feel to get a victory at Bathurst?
Honestly, very, very good, because just 2 months prior, during the Bathurst 12, I was very, very, very slow at this track, and seeing how much I've improved in pace is in the GT3s are pretty good. Feels very nice.
All right, congrats on the victory here. You got friends, family, sponsor shout-outs for your victory on the mountain?
Scoop Squad as always, just for getting me into this league. Lasse Bach for teaching me the GT3s and coaching me, and Power Wheels Racing for being my main team outside of Scoop Squad.
All right. Well, congrats on the win here. We appreciate you, and hopefully we'll see you back here next week.
Thank you. You too.
That is your race winner, Indy 64. Let's see if we can track down teammate Regan Carty in the 7. Should be in the same channel. There's Regan. Regan DG, you got a copy?
Yeah, hello.
Hello. Well, that seems like that one mistake in the cut cost you the whole race. How was it out there?
Terrible. You know, I don't feel that well. Not to say that it's an excuse, but I'm going to use it anyway. I feel terrible around this track anyway. But yeah, there was, you know, good racing from these two, sorry, with us at the front, you know, very close anyway, for basically the entire race. So it was very fun.
So what you're saying is we need to race Bathurst every week so the rest of the field has a chance.
I mean, if they all drive in Acuras, then maybe that'd be okay.
All right. Well, congrats on that P2. Give me the Friends Family sponsor shoutouts for your podium finish.
No shoutouts today.
No shoutouts? Not even Skir Squad? Not even Cleo?
Oh, dude, I'm sorry. I'm my mind's blank. Shout out Skir Squad. Yeah, of course.
God.
Let me go under this name. My bad. Oh no, I'm terrible.
Man, you got Fort Worth Screen Printing. They help us pay for this league, so we shout out them too.
Yeah, shout out to them as well. Thank you.
Got you. I got you. We'll get through this. All right, man. Congrats on the P2. I know you're not used to not winning, but it's okay. It'll be okay.
I'm fine. I had fun. I just generally feel terrible.
All right, buddy. Hope you get to feeling better, and we'll see you next week.
Cheers. Thank you. See you.
Regan Carty brings it home P2, and he sounded like he was feeling pretty rotten. Let's go track down the 88. As soon as I go to say his name, he disappears. Come on, Diego. The timing is just rotten. Let's go find him. There he is. BMW for Diego. Track him down in the chat here. Diego DG, you got a copy?
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello. Well, we brought it home in third. Had quite a good battle up there at the front. Regan around the outside through the quarry. It was pretty impressive to take the lead from you on lap 1. Did you expect that at all?
No, I wasn't expecting that overtake.
Well, that was very impressive.
I was looking ahead and no behind, so Regan take advantage of that and he overtook me.
Well, it's still a pretty good effort for you. Finish on the podium. You get a Skir Squad top 5. That has to feel pretty good. How do you feel about the race? And you got any shout outs for us? Anybody you want to thank?
Well, I'm feeling proud of my teammates. My teammates is improving a lot of all of their performance. So it's cool watching more fight into the leading positions.
Absolutely. Congrats on the podium finish, and hopefully we'll see you back here next week.
Thank you.
Diego finishing it up. And then we'll go talk to the boss lady just to see how she feels. Cleo, DG, you got a copy? Cleo! Cleo! There she is. Hi.
Is this Jake? So who's that? Hi.
It's Swiss. You're on the broadcast.
I got pulled over. Hi.
Yeah, well, I want to talk to you because you're the boss lady and your team went 1 through 5 in this race. So how proud are you right now?
Extremely proud of my little biscuits that killed it out there today.
Well, congrats on your team absolutely dominating. Had so many in the top 10 and take the whole top 5 home tonight. Has to be pretty cool.
Very cool. That was a very fun race. I love Bathurst.
Isn't it fun? It's one of my favorite tracks, even though, you know, I'm not a great road racer, but it's fun.
It's very fun. And Scott taught me some cool things about it, too.
Nice. Good job, Scotts. All right. Well, since you're here, go ahead and hit me with your friends, family, and sponsor shout-outs for your 20th place finish.
Skir Squad, Best Squad, thank you all for all the good vibes always. Appreciate you, DG Swiss, sending you all the love as well. It's been fun.
All right.
I might have made it to championship. Woo.
Nice.
I don't know.
Congrats on the strong run here, and hopefully we'll see you back here next week.
Thank you.
Letting Cleo brag about her team going 1 through 5. Pretty fun for the boss lady. All right. Let's see. That's going to just about wrap up things. Going through our final results here so you know where your favorite drivers finished up as soon as we get everything maneuvered out of the way. Lots of things to check and move and vanish and vamos and all the things. Where'd my winner go? We want to get him rolling in the background here. Make it nice and pretty while we do our results. Oh my gosh. So many jumping backs. Oh, it's mad at me. ATVO is very angry. Object reference not set to an instance of object. What does that even mean? It just pops up a warning and froze everything. Anyway, here we go. Get this rolling in the background and we're good to go. Results. Oh, we still got a track map in the way. We can fix that. Give me 2 seconds. Hooray! Alright. Andrew Jordan, Regan Carty, Diego Turbe on the podium. Blake Jackson and Zach Mitchell round out an all-Skir squad top 5. Scott Rankin for the Wanagoons in 6th. Macus in 7th. Garrett Warren in 8th. Davis Greenwell for low drag in 9th. Highest low drag machine. Jacob Peterson finishes in 10th. Then we move on to the second page, if it will let me. There it goes. Took it a minute. Brad Wilson, the Shine Squad, call him that, brings it home 11th. Floyd, thanks for the resub, my friend. Is that Regan Street broken? He broke it last week, actually. Matthew finishes 12th. Andy Deckers 13th. John Garrett 14th. Ian Montrose, David Thompson, Colin Teague, Isaac Bildo, Mark Sherman, and Cleo in the top 20. And our final 4 competitors, Nathan Lafayette, Jake Mediocre, Daniel Llewellyn, and John Neckrich. Thanks, everyone, for coming out this week. Hopefully, we'll see you back here next week. Let's take a quick peek at our schedule so we can tell you where we're headed next week. Schedule says we're going to Laguna Seca. That's always a good time. Laguna Seca, the desert of California, should be a good time. Hopefully, we'll see you guys back there for Laguna Seca next week. Thank you so much for watching this week. Those of you that are over on the YouTube, the Twitch is going to stay live while we head over to Super Speedway. So that is twitch.tv/DGSwiss. And the about 3 or 4 minutes, we'll pop back up over on YouTube anyway for the Super Speedway race. So thank you guys so much for being here. We appreciate you. Thanks to all of our friends, family, sponsors, and yeah, admins, drivers, all of you. Appreciate it. We'll see you soon. All right, that wraps up things on the YouTube. Get that moved around. Get ready for